on to the next. How leaving FaZe already worked for Plaqueboymax.
By now, Plaqueboymax has left FaZe. So as we all know by now, Plaqueboymax has left FaZe, the organization that he joined a little over a year ago, and completely helped revolutionize it, seeing insane amounts of success along with all of the other members. But unfortunately, this would all come to an end just recently when Max would abruptly announce via Twitter that he was leaving the organization.
Yeah, I was hearing echo, my bad, but yes, I'm leaving FaZe. Like I just said, I can't fully go into depth why I'm leaving FaZe, but I am leaving, and I'm ready to, embark on my journey and work the hardest I ever have in my career to do whatever I got to do to make FaZe the biggest shit possible, make myself the biggest shit possible.
But this may have been a blessing in disguise for Max, because since leaving the org, it seems like his career is already starting to reach new heights. But what exactly is he doing differently since he left FaZe that's seemingly making his career jump to new heights? Well, that's probably what you're here to figure out. But first, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the channel.
Shout out A Bando. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to me while you at it.
That very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the group. So if you don't know by now, Plaqueboymax is a huge streamer who started his career off almost 4 years ago doing a lot of reaction or Discord community styled content. Now, even though Max will become known worldwide for being a streamer, this actually wouldn't be the initial start to his career. You see, he would make his first career appearance online as part of a high school YouTube group known as the Basement Boys, which launched their first ever video almost 6 years ago back in September of 2019. And while they saw almost immediate success with different forms of public interviews, this group channel would unfortunately be short-lived, ending just after 2 years of successful content. But for Max, the end of the Basement Boys would be the start of a brand new journey. You see, the very last Basement Boys video was posted on July 27th, 2021, and by then Max had already created his Twitch channel back in April, deciding that he was going to try to pursue a career as a streamer after being motivated by some of the biggest streamers in the world at the time, such as Aiden Ross.
Yo, niggas never believe me when I say this, but Aiden was my biggest inspiration, bro.
Really?
Yes, bro. Aiden's the reason I started streaming, because I thought streaming was for dorks. I thought it was lame as fuck. I thought you'd go on that bitch, play games. I never, ever had Twitch, ever. And then he did stream a little TJ, and I'm like, hold on, you can do other shit besides just gaming on here.
That's tough.
And then I realized, and I'm like, wow, bro, I want to do this.
That's
no
tough.
cap, shout out Aiden, bro.
And
niggas, Aiden got a lot of hate. I think he going through
started
some
that whole
shit,
rapper shit, the whole celebrity on stream type shit.
He was.
Max would end up posting his first ever video to his live channel a little later in the year, back in November of 2021. And this was a reaction to a Young Chris Before They Were Famous video, and after that, the rest would be history. Over the years, Max has always stayed true to the things he loved, which is music, basketball, and of course his community 5-star, which he has tattooed all over his body. For Max, streaming became an outlet to pursue everything that he loved to do at a high level. While he wasn't a mainstream artist or even seriously making music yet, he still managed to make great content and money from the world of music. This started with simply reacting to a lot of music from his bedroom, specifically a lot of underground artists, and he would later progress this content, making it even bigger when he started doing things amongst his community like Song Wars, and of course over time that grew even larger to the point where he was doing these with some pretty big creators within the community, which ended—
I'm not gonna lie, Plaqueboymax doing Song Wars was a vibe. Like, I didn't know he was part of Basement Boys. I watched a couple of their videos, but in my head I don't remember any of the faces. So it's crazy to think that he grew from there and just not segregated, but like went off on his own, separated, went off to his own, and then grew. But like the first time I really started like paying attention to what he had going on was the Song Wars era. I can't even lie. And then obviously, cause I'm big on YRG, just seeing him in his little collabs and conversations and Discord calls and stuff with Rage, that was big. Kind of similar with the way that I thought that I came across TK, but like now I just kind of like respect them as their own individual entities and like follow up on them.
Ended up making things go viral. He began to quickly grow, seeing a lot of success with doing content like this, and even his Diss Awards, which was also very popular as well. But music wasn't necessarily the only content that he did to get him to where he's at today. I actually first remember coming across Max on YouTube because he was posting like a bunch of community-based videos where he would react to things that his community sent him on like Discord or Reddit. And these videos ended up going crazy on YouTube, which heavily contributed to his early success. Now, although Max has had an extremely successful career thus far, he didn't exactly get here by being drama-free. He's never gotten into like any serious beef, of course, but he did manage to find himself in a lot of little dramas. Like he had an early drama with the underground final boss Jace, who has beef with everyone, so that's really no surprise.
Said I call you a bitch. You deserve it.
Look, that's beside the point. You bring it up earlier.
Stop playing with me, bro. You don't listen to me.
Why
bro.
was you talking about me?
Bro said, what if I called you that? You deserve it. Standing 10 toes on that. Hey, you got it, gang. You got it.
4 days ago, why is it this many videos of you talking about me and you call me, you say I'm talking about you first? This all you right here, gang. That's all you, puss ass, must ass.
You crazy.
Why
bro.
you keep talking about me? Don't go on the internet
Exactly.
saying, oh my
Yo,
God,
stop talking to me like that. You bitch ass nigga. Stop talking to me like
nigga,
that.
shut your dumb
Yo,
ass
listen to
up,
me.
nigga. I
Oh,
hate
this
you
nigga-
politically correct ass, YouTube
Yo.
ass, streamer ass. You
this
shit
nigga-
smacked out of y'all one day.
And then that would lead to him getting into his most notable beef with another fellow streamer who went by the name of Convy. You see, this beef kind of started after Max would make some remarks about Convy's aunt, and then Max ended up getting banned shortly after this, which led to Convy trolling him about the ban, which of course is something that every streamer would take serious. So Max would end up using this time that he had away from Twitch while he was banned to make a diss track on Convy, known as Man of Steel 2. And this diss ended up going absolutely crazy. I mean, it was getting reacted to by literally everyone within the community, and all of that commotion would help the diss track accumulate almost 2 million views on YouTube, making it one of Max's most popular songs to date. Now, since then, of course, Max and Convy have both made up with each other, and there's not any beef there at all anymore. But at the time, as the diss track was going crazy, the world didn't know that shortly after this, Max's life would completely change. On April 28, 2024,
I remember this
announced that
video.
Max was officially going to be the first person to join the new and improved version of FaZe Clan, and this would end up becoming the best decision that he's made so far in his career. Over the course of the next 6 months, Max's career will begin to reach even more heights, especially with the rise of popularity of his well-known series, In the Booth. This was a segment of his content where an artist would come on the stream and go through the entire process of creating a song live. This started off with him working with a lot of underground artists and having most of them come on stream, which ended up being a hit as he and the artist seen almost immediate success from it. And this has all led to the point we are today, where we've seen him feature some of the biggest artists in the world on this popular series. The In the Booth streams alone literally helped him grow a lot since he joined FaZe. But it would literally be a huge mistake by me if I didn't mention the biggest moment of every new FaZe member's career, which was the FaZe Subathon. Now, even though the 30 days of this Subathon was an emotional roller coaster for Max, it still ended up being great for his career, as he would accumulate over 81,000 subscribers, which is still his all-time high to this day. But unfortunately, everything would start changing for Max as we rolled into 2025. You see, Max had came up with this crazy idea to be consistent on every major platform for every day of the entire year, which he did start off very strong with. He was posting on Instagram,
When
Twitter,
did he miss?
TikTok, YouTube, and streaming literally every single day. But over time, he would slow down more and more, eventually to the point where he had stopped posting on all of these social medias except Twitch. But as we got further and further throughout the year, it would become even more clear that even streaming every day was beginning to take a toll on Max.
Was whatever day before the 24 hour, and I came home, bro. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I came home, I was just, I just cried on my couch. Your actions, but that shit all stems from you, bro. You create your universe, and I'm creating a negative, like a terrible.
Now, while consistency may be the key to success in life, it's always very important to remember not to burn yourself out, because it could definitely start to take a toll on both your mental and physical health, which is exactly what it seemed to do to Max. Things will only continue to get weirder for him as the year continued, specifically after he officially signed a record deal of some sort in early May 2025 with a label known as Field Trip Recordings, which is a label under the major company of Capitol Records that also has Yeet signed to them as well. This signing came after the announcement of Max's debut album, 5 Forever, which was expected to release on May 30th, 2025. And of course, after this, Max would stream every single day in order to build hype for his debut album, but once this album ended up releasing, it got a lot of mixed reviews on the internet, which I personally believe ended up taking some type of toll on Max. As we know, music is something that he's very passionate about. We're seeing a lot of people trying to like troll him or like make fun of his music and things like that. Obviously, it could affect anyone mentally. And literally just 1 week after the release of 5 Forever, Max would suddenly vanish away from the internet, completely leaving his whole 365-day challenge in the dust. There was no real answer as to why he suddenly disappeared. This led to people coming up with all types of think pieces, and even some of the people online would blame Soluminati for Max leaving.
Dude just wants
attention. He was the one who gave Max the advice to take a break from streaming to really lock in on his music.
Now Quavo already found his sound. That's what I think Max also gotta do. You gotta find your sound, bruh. But Max, niggas really think Flight better than you, bruh. But y'all gotta take this in hand. The niggas a PB producing. He be live streaming. He be doing so much shit. How can you focus on music? Where do the time come to focus on music? You said they trolling, bro. Some niggas not trolling, bro.
So after that, Max vanished for a month and a half. No word from him on the internet, no update. People in FaZe weren't talking about where he was at all, and people were left completely in the dark up until about mid-July, when Max finally returned to the internet with the announcement of his popular show Into Deep. And while his return to the internet ended up being a huge success, things would really start changing for Max very quickly. You see, after Into Deep, he would do his first desktop stream since his return, and during this stream, he would briefly talk about why he decided to end his year-long challenge.
Every day, y'all know there would be streams I do 1 hour, just reacting to Twitter, call it a day. And you feel me? I don't like doing bullshit. Why am I putting out bullshit just to say I streamed every day? That shit kind of whack. And
he raises a good point.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do that no more. I'm not gonna lie. All the niggas saying Rock Nation got me, you're dumb as hell, you're a stupid bitch.
I remember that.
All the
No,
niggas
that shit made no sense.
Jack Beard, you're a dumb bitch, nigga. None of these niggas forced me to stop streaming. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what happened. Ended stream. Y'all remember I ended stream. If you seen the clip, I was like, yo, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I plan on streaming the next day. After that, I had a meeting. Y'all know bro, when I say I have meetings, they're really meetings. I don't know if y'all think I'll be attending orgies, some weird Diddy shit. I'm not doing that, bro. Niggas, dad had a meeting. The stream end. I go to my meeting, which is right here in this living room. I sit down with all niggas on my team, and I'm talking. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing like there's some shit I'm doing is whack. Like I'm just doing whack shit. Like we haven't been able to. We don't have no time to plan for no bigger moments or etc. And niggas was like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Just you probably should end it, bro. And I'm like, damn. I sat there thinking about it. Now the hardest thing I was dealing with, I'm gonna be honest, was like letting y'all down, cause I definitely was like, damn, bro. If I end this shit, I'm gonna let my niggas down. Like I told them I was gonna do something, bro. You feel me? And it's like I'm letting all niggas that doubt me win. That shit's whack, bro. That shit whack, overly whack. That's the hardest thing I was dealing with. Like I'm like, damn, bro.
But even though Max returned and seeing this immediate success, things will only continue getting weirder, because just 2 weeks after his return, he would announce via Twitter that he was leaving FaZe Clan. And he didn't even give any real explanation during his initial live stream that night. All he stated that it was due to reasons that he...
Dang, this timeline is crazy.
Now, at first, many people didn't actually believe that he left FaZe Clan at all. They thought it was just one big troll, one big script. Over time, Max began to briefly speak on things more and more. And with this, he would acknowledge the fact that he was never paid anything to join FaZe or to promote FaZe or just really get any type of reparations for putting on for FaZe Clan. That led to him deciding that he would rather focus on himself and build his own brand.
Shout out to everyone in FaZe. I love all of them. They my boys. I don't own FaZe. I don't own FaZe, gang. No ownership. I want to build something. If your pussy hurt because you're mad that I want to build something for myself, sorry, I don't know what to tell you, because I'm still gonna do it, and I'm gonna make this 5-star shit the biggest shit ever, and me the biggest shit ever. That don't mean I don't fuck with these niggas. That don't mean I won't fuck with these niggas. That don't mean I won't do shit with these niggas. I love them. They're my boys. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm gonna do what I feel is right for me, And then when you see this shit work out down the line, you'll see what I mean. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now, Lacey, another FaZe member, did debunk this a little bit. You have to take everything Lacey says with a grain of salt, but he did mention on stream that all the members of the new FaZe clan do actually own a small percentage of FaZe. I don't know how true that is, but that's what he said.
First of all the new guys in FaZe, we do have ownership, okay? It's not a lot, but we do. All right, so that's first thing. Second off, to this Brick Sky guy that's saying this, all right? Listen, y'all gotta understand, it's a thing where we are in FaZe, okay? I don't pay for housing. I live for free. All right? This mansion that I live in is free. My stream room is free. The stuff in my stream room is free because FaZe pays for it. Bepsy and Addison setting up production for all the streams. FaZe pays for it. Every YouTube video you guys see that drops on every Friday. Not a dime comes out of my pocket. FaZe pays for it. I rep FaZe. I am FaZe, and in return, FaZe covers everything that I need in order for me to produce content.
What Lacey said here made the most sense to me because it really just broke down like everything that goes into what they got going on. But hold on, give me 1 second. Let me. All right, send a link again. I just timed out what you call it, my Nightbot, so it should show. Here we go. All right, we good. I'm gonna look at that after this. I got you. With this whole thing with like back when Max first left and everybody thought he was trolling, it made a lot of sense why everybody was confused and like was like bouncing off the walls about it. But after coming to realize that he just really wants to make his own thing and he wants his own project, even though I actually, shocker, actually buy what Lacey's saying like 1,000%. But the fact that the way Max was talking about it at the time, it made a lot of sense. And he's been actually doing a lot of work with projects that he enjoys, with content creators that he has a lot of respect for and he hopes to like, you know, continue to be successful alongside. So being able to see that was really nice. And I don't see a reason why I don't see why that would change going forward. I think that he's going to continue to ascend. Do I think 5 Star is ever going to be #1 as like a group thing, so to speak? Probably not. It depends on if he made his own version of FaZe or AMP or so to speak and called in like it was under the 5 Star umbrella. Depending on the creators that he brings in, you could make that argument. But just alone as a standalone creator, I think you could potentially reach the tier of like a Corey Kenshin, where you just have a lot of respect and a lot of pull within your niche area. But aside from that, I don't know where he could go from there, to be honest with you.
That seems like a fair ass trade-off to me. And if it doesn't to you guys, then I don't know. But that's for me, that's good for me.
Now, regardless of whether FaZe is paying their members or not, it's clear that Max just wanted to detach away from the entire group culture and focus solely on himself and 5 Star in the process. And
Facts.
So far, I think he's doing great. He recently purchased 2 multi-million-dollar homes in Los Angeles, with one being for him and the other being for his friends and employees. He would also follow this up by having some of his biggest streams yet, such as one of his most
fly me
popular
out.
in the booth streams to date, featuring the platinum artist Lil Baby. Now, while Max has done all of these great collabs recently, there's been a group of people that he doesn't want to collab with at all, and that's of course FaZe Clan. Now, Max has stated multiple times that there's no issue with anyone in FaZe. He's still cool with all of them, but he did feel that there needs to be some time to let the wound heal before they all start collabing with each other again. And he will also state that obviously he wasn't going to be a part of the 2025 FaZe subathon because he simply isn't a part of FaZe anymore.
Yeah, we not far. I live 5 minutes away from these niggas. I don't even know if they know that. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna do some shit with them for a little while. Just off the fact like, it's like, bro, it's like, breaking up with your ex, like when y'all break up.
Breaking up with your ex is crazy.
Cause I know niggas all in they stream. You see the clips. Yo, where's Max? Where's Max? Where'd Max go? Niggas asking me, why'd you leave? Why'd you leave? Cause y'all let the wound heal. Let the wound heal. But I'ma see niggas soon. I still
not
talk
wrong.
to most of them niggas. It's only been like a week, nigga. Like, to make this shit not bounce off. No, I'm not doing a face of it, though. Not a face.
So even though Max said all of this about not wanting to collab with FaZe and wanting to heal and things like that a little bit, I guess this collab would end up happening a little bit sooner than he had planned, because he ended up getting into a brief little back and forth with Your Rage, the person who actually recruited him to FaZe. And this debate would start because of Max's opinion on the unity within the streaming world. So that back and forth led to Max ending up in a Discord call with Your Rage and the rest of FaZe as well. And that call didn't really go good for Max at all. I mean, you could tell just by his expressions and body language that he literally just didn't want to be there, which resulted in them just telling him that he could leave if he wanted to.
Nah, Max, dead ass leave, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It look like you want to leave.
It's like we holding you hostage.
I can't even see you, but I haven't heard you say a fucking word. I ain't gonna lie. Dead ass.
I would have left too, gang. You lame ass niggas. I would have fucking left too. No, chill. I'm drawing. Okay, you guys.
Hey, Max, bro. Max.
Oh.
Are you okay, man?
Nah, bro, come on, bro. I'm chilling. I'm just listening to y'all convo.
Now, I don't know if there's anything deeper going on between Max and FaZe. I mean, obviously,
I'm not gonna lie, there kind of has to be.
Judging off of that clip, but whether there is or isn't, Max is still doing great without FaZe, and I think that's largely due to him just focusing solely on his own content and not having to worry about like group content or a group YouTube channel and things like that. He can strictly just plan out his own streams without having to work around other people, which has been going pretty well for him. Although I did come across a post on Twitter earlier talking about how Max's views is down since he left FaZe, and that's extremely misleading because obviously when Max returned back in July, it was a very big thing, and he also returned with a huge event, which was In Too Deep. So of course he would average a lot more views than he's averaging now due to a big event and a return and all these things that drastically inflated his views. Now his numbers are back to normal, and side note, his normal is insane for a lot of other people.
Facts.
He's still averaging over 30,000 views per stream, which is amazing. And not to mention his engagement on other social media platforms like YouTube have been literally out of this world. And the point of this video wasn't to say that FaZe is doing bad since Max left or anything like that, but it was more so to get the point across that losing a streamer like Max is going to be a huge mistake for FaZe Clan in the future, because usually when we see these creators make these big career altering decisions like leaving the group as big as FaZe Clan, this could affect their career very negatively, which results in them falling off and things like that. But Max, who is still very early into his career, is trending very upwards. He's literally nowhere near his max potential as a streamer, content creator, artist, any of those things. So I think FaZe just letting him walk away before even entering the peak of his career is definitely going to come back to haunt them. But that's just my personal.
I don't think they had a choice in the matter. Beyond a certain extent, I feel like there might have been a sidebar that was had behind closed doors. Maybe something was promised to occur and it just didn't happen. But as time went on, I mean, you had the FaZe Banks drama and all that. But aside from that, what else did you actually have to lean on? Like, what else could have potentially affected things either way? There wasn't really much of anything. So do I think they'll hurt a little bit because of it? Yeah, for sure. But overall, we can't sit here and act like we didn't anticipate this occurring. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was always